Good morning, traders. We're back again, as promised. Monday morning. Had a phenomenal jobs report where everybody was expecting a horrible one. It turned out to be the best jobs report in history since they've been doing job reports in the history of the country. It was the absolute best one that ever was published in a time when you would think it would be maybe the worst one ever published. I don't know how that happens. It just does. I don't know. It's very confusing. But basically what that did is it gave a nice shot in the arm to the market for sure, which is a good thing. Good for all of us. So there's a couple of things on the radar this morning. I still got a few things coming in too. Nothing really exciting. Although there's a few things, but nothing ridiculously exciting. We're looking at ENOB. It's hovering right around the trigger point that we looked at this morning, which is really the best we could do with this one. This isn't the best setup in the world. However, it is holding nicely right around the trigger point that we called out. So the trigger point's 1453, and this has been bouncing up and down between 1546 and 1376 for the last hour. So the volume's not a problem. The volume is there. The shares are not bad. 14 million. A little bit high, but not bad for a stock that's like moving like this. It's a hell of a move. What did it do? It went from like $5 to $19.46. Yeah, 506. No, not 506. 549. Up to 1946. Yowza. That's a little bit of a move. So basically what we have to do with this one is we have to be careful. It is tremendously extended, right? Tremendously extended. But you've got your VWAP sitting right around 1575 or so, 1570. So VWAP sitting at 1570. We're looking at a trigger point in this one of 1453. So if this thing moves and it gets just back up to VWAP, that's a $1.20 move. But again, you have to be careful because it really is extended. You have to have a very quick finger with your hot buttons or hotkeys or whatever that you use. Order entries, whatever. Although a stock like this, tough to trade with order entries. But you want to be quick with this one because it can drop like a stone to $5. Literally, it can happen. So be careful. Now it can also accelerate in the other direction. I'm not trying to scare everybody. It can accelerate in the other direction too. There's no way to really know that at the moment. So the only thing we can do is watch and see what it does, see if it gathers some positive strength up until the open, and see what comes up there. yeah. So it's, I mean, it had a couple of really hard dips, like the, you know, around 812, 815. You know, but they were dojis, you know, so it's nothing to really worry about too much because I don't put a lot of stock in dojis. But stock dojis, get it? Okay, it's the last joke for the day, I promise. But anyway, so ENOB definitely buy trigger looks the best spot looks to be around 1453, and then we'll go from there. But you know, it's got to have volume, which it does. It's got to have a little. It's got a little positivity about it as well. Um, so here's your line. You're getting close. Getting close. But it wouldn't surprise me to see a flush out at 9 a.m. at I'm sorry, 9:30. Wouldn't surprise me to see a quick flush out and then it come back up. Would not surprise me to see that at all. Let's see, what else did we have? We have, let's see, SPCB. We have. All right. Now, this one, we're looking for a buy trigger around 254. All right. Now, 254 on this is it's a solid number. Let me see. Why is that there? Who put that there? All right, 254. That's a number where we want to be. As far as it looks on this thing, we got to see what happens at the open. It's going to need to maintain volume. We'll see what happens there. Now, this thing extended all the way up to 440 in the pre-market here. 440 is a reach for this one. But it did get there. It has news about some sort of monitoring contract. They do electronics. I don't know, whatever, with Latvia. So, I guess you get a good contract with Latvia, you're good. Your stock goes up. Latvia is a mover. It's a shaker. Shakes things up. But anyway, it's hovering around this 254 all morning. It had a little bit of a drop here, but basically I think that some people just dumping out of some of their shares. But if it can get over this 254 mark, it should have some strength, enough strength to run up to about 320, somewhere in that ballpark. And if you notice that the VWAP on this is right around there. It's like 257, so somewhere about that ballpark. 255. Oh, okay, so 255. So we're a penny off on the VWAP. So that means if it can jump the VWAP, we can maybe get up to $3. Then we have some more. We have a little bit of resistance here at around 315 range. And then we're looking about 347 and so on and so forth up to 364, 398, and 440. If it breaks 440, this thing can go to $27 trillion, or at least maybe another couple cents. But I'm sorry, I said I was going to do one more joke, and that was the second one. I'm done with them. Anyway, so this one you wanna wait for that trigger. You want to see strength. You want to see excitement. You want to see price action. You want to see that happen that way. You don't want to just jump in and go, you don't want to like pre-buy this and in anticipation of it getting that number 254. You want to wait until it gets up and over. Ideally, if it breaks to 254, I like to always wait for the next candle. And I might lose some cents when I do that, but I don't care. This way here, I have absolute, as absolute as it can be in the stock world. I can have absolute confirmation that this thing has gone to a point that's going to be positive. If it just squeaks over, you got to be careful with that. You set a buy order for 254, you get a quick doji, pops up and down, and there's really no strength there, and it goes the other way, and then you're stuck. So I like to let it get up, personally, up over 254. If it sorry, not much sleep last night. If it runs up, whatever, 260, 270, comes back down a little, and then the next candle opens at, 262 or 260, whatever, then I'm happy. I'm real happy. I'm buying them for sure right there. Because you got to look at your upside, what you have. You don't have a lot of room. You don't have a lot of things in a way. You got this. You got the $3. You always have the whole dollar. Always have the whole dollar, which was support before, and also resistance. So you got the $3. You got around 320 or so. So you got a couple things along the way, but you don't have a lot of garbage to sift through. So just something to keep in mind. Now we also have what do we do? We did ENOB and we did SPCB. Oh yeah, don't forget to like this, okay? That helps us a lot. We can keep bringing you content. So DGLY, we have a trigger number on this to look at. Let's see. We got to move that up a little. That's from a previous administration. Okay. All right. So this we want to see pull back to 260 before we get in here. All right. Hey, we might be left behind. That might happen. Don't care. Truly don't care. Because I'd rather be left behind and miss out on one than FOMO my way into a negative trade. All right, and I've been doing it that way for years and made money for years consistently made money. So DGLY, we are definitely looking at 254. And come on, let's get it in the right spot. That's close enough. It's not giving me. It's giving me 55 or 53, so I put it at 55. But anyway, the DGLY, they do this stuff with the body cameras and all of that, and they got a big contract. I think it was maybe like Friday or something like that. For the Kansas City Police Department, it's going to spend $2.3 million or something, or $2.5 million worth of of their body camera equipment. So let's see here. Yeah. Now, they are showing, they said Monday it's launched a body camera subscription program as a response to high demand for video evidence technology for police and other first responder personnel. That's good because you're not just selling them a piece of hard equipment, you're selling them subscriptions too, so the income keeps generating. Um, you know, the buy-in is the hard part. You know, the hard unit, and then the moneymaker is where you put them on the program, and they're sending you a check every month. It features Ali's lightweight, weather-resistant first VU body camera with mini dock. Blah blah blah. Several subscription packages are available. So now here's the other thing, though, which is what I have a little bit of concerns about, is that Digital Ally said that Monday it priced an underwritten public offering of 2.3 million shares. They want to use the proceeds of the offering for working capital, product development, and order fulfillment. So basically, just they're it's not a lot of times a public offering can make a stock really get hurt, but when you are collecting money to, basically for your business infrastructure to, like if you're like drowning and you have no money and you do a public offering, you'll get it. Sometimes get a quick pop, but most of the time the stock's going to just get crushed, because it just shows a huge sign of weakness. The company's in bad shape. However, if you are trying to set up, a bigger sales force, more warehouse space, more trucks, whatever, hire more employees, that's not a company that's in trouble. That's a company saying, hey, listen, we got a lot of orders here. We got a lot of business, and we want to raise some extra capital to put all that stuff out on, out where it needs to be so we can fulfill these orders. So going forward, the company's just going to get bigger and stronger, and, all that stuff. So that particular offering, there's going to be a lot of people that read that go, oh, public offering, no good. But if you take a minute and read it, which maybe, I don't know, 25, 30% of the people will do, they'll see that it's not your normal public offering. It's fine. It's nothing to worry about. So they've got some good news there with that. With getting the big contract and then the public offering, and that's all good stuff for them. Let's see. Let's see. Where is it? Trying to find. No, maybe that was a different one. Wait a second. SCBDGLY. DGLY. Yeah. All right. We're good. Yeah. So those are the three that hit the parameters of our scanning that we do. We have proprietary scanners that scan every morning, and sometimes they bring us a whole bunch of results, but it all depends on what the market's giving. This morning, the market really is not giving what I would call A plus, A plus results. Unfortunately, it is what it is. The market gives what it gives. Um, However, we did narrow it down to these three. Now, I will say that ENOB, you want to be careful. ENOB can move up and down in like 2 seconds, like literally, like by a lot, a couple of dollars in one shot. So you want to be very, very, very careful with that one. Stick to the plan. Have a quick finger on the, your hot buttons or, whatever hot keys, whatever form you use with your trading, you want to be careful with that. Or hoping for a good day today out of the market in general. Rising tide lifts all boats. You know how that goes. Because of that job, that job report was incredible. Incredible. All you are hearing every day is, there's millions of people out of unemployment, millions of businesses are going out of business. Then a job report comes out, and it's the best one in the history of the market. That's just, I'm mind-boggling. It's mind-boggling. Now, the market was doing good. It was starting to recover. It was starting to feel better about itself, and it was doing really well. And there was nothing wrong with that. It was making a nice move up, and and then the job market info comes out, and let's look at this. It's been 316 up to 321 in one shot. It's just amazing. It really is. It's amazing to me. We've gone through a pandemic. Believe there's one or not. Totally up to you. But we've gone through a pandemic, and we got crushed here from three almost, getting, high of 339, 38. We got crushed it all the way down to 217.75. I think it was the worst drop ever, in the shortest amount of time ever in history. But look at this channel. Look at this climb back up. It's really, really remarkable. And we're not that far off from getting right back to where we were. That's incredible. That's just incredible to me. March to June, that's not a whole long time to try and gain back. I mean, it was, what is the math on that? At least a third of the market. What a third was 110, 112, something like that. Yeah, so, that's just, it's remarkable. It really is. It's remarkable. Nothing wants to break this machine. This is a big machine. Now, this area where we're at right now is an interesting area because here, let's see. Oh, come on. There we go. Because this area, as you can see here, it was a support area, right? And over here, it's now a resistance area. We break that 320.89 number today, which we're right there. We're touching it right at the moment. We're at 320.85. But we break that 320.89 with authority, and man, we're going to be looking good. We're going to be looking real good. So let's see what happens. Here's our channel on the SPY. Seems to be doing a nice job. So ENOB, crawling back up to the trigger number. SPCB, waiting around the trigger number. And DGLY has to come back to here. It's got to come back to actually 250. Yeah, it's actually 254. The program won't let me get a line on 254 for some reason. It gives me either 255 or 253. So, but you know, it's a penny. It's just a penny. But we're getting close. We got about another 2 minutes and 40 seconds for the market to open. And I'm thinking, let's see. Oh yeah, don't forget to like our page, all right? Really important. Or like this video, rather. Really important. Let's see. If anybody has any ideas on any stocks, let me know. Now, today, unfortunately, I got some stuff I have to take care of. Really, really important stuff. We're normally up and running till around 11 o'clock. Today, it's only going to be till about 10:15. All right. Legal stuff. Got to always, you know, when you get a hold of a lawyer, you got to get that thing going. Okay, so I'm going to keep on a closer watch. I'm going to keep SPCB and ENOB on and DGLY a little bit in the background. And we're going to see where we end up. Good luck, traders. It's exciting, this moment, isn't it? And it's all about to happen. So let's hope that something hits the trigger points. We don't know. Like I said, there was not much on the scanner this morning, unfortunately. Yeah, as I suspected on ENOB, it is shaking out significantly, which, you know, it's kind of a good thing. It's not bad. Get a lot of profit takers out of the way, which would be a nice thing. Leave a little room for us folks who like to come in at the bell and buy something nice. So looking there, let's see, DGLY, and it's moving up a little bit. Still not convinced. I just need DGLY to pull back. It's got to pull back. I just don't like it. I've traded this stock a lot, and there are certain things I look at with this, and I'm just not comfortable with it. SPCB, let's see. Just trying to find its footing here. It's trading a little heavily right now. It's only got 11 million share float, so it shouldn't trade that heavily. But the volume is a little bit lighter at the moment. It's decreasing, but let's see what happens with it. And ENOB, they're 14 million share float. So they've got a decent amount of price action. ENOB. Here comes SPCB. Looking to break, looking to pop that number. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, that's I didn't think. Yeah, right then and there with SPCB, I didn't think they had a lot of juice in their tank. ENOB is flushing hard. It's flushing hard. This is why we wait for confirmation. This is a great example of waiting for confirmation. Yeah, SPCB having a difficult time of it at the moment. All right. I got a little something going on again with us. I can't say this one. SPCB. I don't know why. Those letters together just make it hard for me to say it. It's weird when that happens. Why are certain letter combinations harder than others? Like ENOB, yeah, all day. But SPCB, I want to say SC. I don't know why. There must be something that reminds me of that I can't dig out of my memory. But the SPCB, it may still have a possibility here. I mean, it's very, very early, obviously. And again, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to leave at 10:15 today. Just setting up some legal stuff with this, with the trading logic, and you know, you gotta go when the lawyer's ready. So nothing bad. It's just setting stuff up. That's all. Excuse me. Allergy season. Just gotta love it. All right. SPCB trying to make a move. See what happens. See what happens if it can actually get there. And then from there, if it gets there, it's close enough now we could start talking about that. If it gets there, 254, we hopefully can see something around the 270 range if it gets there. And then, 270, 275-ish. The next stop would be about 295, and then, of course, $3. Excuse me. My God, I'm sorry. Let's see. No, this didn't have enough. Just didn't have enough. Not this try anyway. And ENOB, is that going to be reverting to the mean? I don't know. Let's see. It is tanking hard. You see how it hovered around the number we were talking about? Like not all morning, but here to here. Look at that. It just hovered around that. And then, boom. Like I said, when the market opens, there's a really good chance this could flush down. But I don't think it's done. I do not think it's done. Matter of fact, this could be, let me see. No, sorry. No. Let's see. Where are we at? There we go. This area right here may not be a bad area to think about taking something. Not a bad spot. This 10-20 range. Not a bad spot. We got to a low of 1030. I'd like, ideally, I'd like to see it hit that 1022. That would be awesome. 1022 would be a good number. I think you might get a little play out of that one if it did. That would be an ideal number, 1022, for me, anyway, at the moment. Yeah, I know. It's a slow morning. Unfortunately, it's a slow morning. But it is what it is. Even for some of my swing trades have been climbing nicely for days and days and days and days. They're just kind of, lagging, just hanging around. So, some days it just is like that. It's been like that a lot lately, though. Very, very sluggish. I find myself range trading. I've been range trading a lot of stocks in the last couple of weeks because everything just kind of settles into a range. Like right now, for instance, SPCB, it seems to be settling into a range somewhere around 215 or so, up to somewhere around like 230 to 239, 240, somewhere in that ballpark. Yeah, SPCB is at 2. Let's see. SPCB. It's here, up to here, or here-ish, and then back to here. Oh, it's breaking it. Yeah, it's breaking its support. Breaking its support, but I wouldn't give up on this yet. I think if it just turns back up on the next candle a little bit, you might, you could have an opportunity here for a swing trade. Not a swing trade, a range trade rather. But we'd have to see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 reds in a row. That's a lot. That's a lot. There we go. We're catching our feet. Let's see what happens. Now, Enob taking a hit. Taking a hit. Man. All right, 212. That candle was as low as 210. Got up as high as 220. That's interesting. Volume's a little late right there at the moment, though. It's the only thing that's making me really hesitate is the volume. Yeah, I would try and play this one just under VWAP and get out if you get in this. It's just the way the market's been looking lately. It's just been a very slow crawl everywhere, and then it starts to squeeze. Even in the range trades, it starts to squeeze. The low gets a little bit higher, the high gets a little bit lower. So got to be careful. ENOB 975. Let's see. ENOB is getting close to making a new low for the day. Okay. So could potentially be setting up a new support here for a range, possibly. Got to watch it and see. Very possible. Very, very possible. Don't know for sure though. That's what figure 210, 212 right in that area. This area right here. Let's go back a little bit into here. Yeah, that's nice. Look at that. 210 right here. Yep. Check that out. like somebody just planned that out. Look at that. Look at that. ENOB trying to find its feet. Let's see. Let's stop looking at ENOB because that thing is just out of its mind. Like I said, when I tweeted that one out this morning, I said, be careful. Be careful. Because that thing could just die on you anytime. And sure enough, that's what it's doing. things like in this range right here. Definitely liking it. Okay, so I'm going to check out a couple of other things. Well, I'm just going to check out on a couple of thumbnails on the other screen. A few things here. What time is it? 9:48. Got yep. That's a circuit breaker halt. I just wanted to check it out, see if it was worth looking at, and it wasn't. Definitely wasn't. There's one block trade of 2,000 shares that somebody bought that made it jump up like, I don't know, 25 cents. That's the only action all day. So don't need to do that one. So, like I say, if anybody has anything they want looked at or talked about, you're welcome to chat it out. And don't forget to thumbs up the page, all right? Very important. Okay, so if you grab the new 210 number that we were talking about with SPCB, look at where you're getting up here now, 2.25. 2.25, got to break that with authority, which it looks like it may do. Then your next stop would be 230. You'd be looking at 230. Mm-hmm. Tapping 230 there. That was just a tap though. Just a tap. So you got to kind of watch this area. This was an area of support and resistance. So you just got to watch this, make sure it gets through here. Then you're looking to crack 237. But it's got to get through this 230 area with authority. Still trying to break the 230 with authority. There's a little bit of wishy-washiness here with the buyers and sellers. And those are the points where you never know who's going to win or lose. This thing drops to 219, I believe would be a good spot to jump out. Yep, that's an out. That's an out. You can always get back in on it. But that wasn't a bad little move so far. 210 up to what, 231? Which is maybe establishing a new range here. We'll have to see. Yeah, range trading, you can really, pad your account through times where there's not a lot of price action, which is probably the larger percent of time you're in the market. Price action stinks. you know. So range trading, it's not one of those things that you can have somebody come on for an advertisement when you're Googling, and they're going to come on and tell you that they're holding hundreds of thousands of dollars in their hands and they're sitting in a Ferrari and all that stuff. They're not those kind of trades. I call them blue collar trades. 210 to 231. There's nothing wrong with that. That's a damn good trade. It's a solid trade, but it's nothing. It's nothing that's gonna, like make headlines. You know what I mean? It's just not gonna make headlines. So. But if you have, one of those a day, let's say, and let's just say for kicks, you trade 1,000 shares, right? And you have one of those a day, and it makes you, I don't know, $150 a day, right? And you trade, I don't know, 270 days a year. That's $40,000. 40 grand on just very unsexy blue collar types of range trades where you catch small amounts. And then what happens is, if you're following your plan and sticking to it and doing the right thing day in and day out, not screwing around and not trying to force things, then you'll catch those home runs. Those home runs, they will come. They will definitely come. I got 2 last week, So, but they'll come. But if the stock doesn't hit the number it's supposed to hit, you really shouldn't get in it, because at that point you're just gambling. But the home runs will come. So if you make $150 a day on a real unsexy blue collar kind of trade, all right, and that's all you did, you'd make yourself $40,000 a year. That's it. It's that easy. Nothing's that easy in the market, but it is easy. It really is. It absolutely is. You should almost easily make around 40 grand a year on these simple trades like this. You just sit and you scout and you hawk them and you wait for your opportunity, and that's the thing, man. The patience that's the hardest thing there is for anybody to learn, is patience. That FOMO is like, man, it's a killer. But you don't want to, you don't want to do your trading plan around FOMO. You want to do your trading plan around logic, common sense. You look at things specifically, and just you look at things the right way. Don't use emotion. My God, emotion is like, oh, absolutely. Anyone who wants to trade should take an emotional test first. Literally, really, take a test, an emotional test, and see how emotionally stable you are when there's money involved. Number one, because that makes everybody go nuts. And when there is, what's the best way to put this? A question of how smart you are involved. Because if you're sitting there and you're looking at a trade and you're going, oh yeah, A B C D, that's going to go to $20. I know it's gonna, and you buy it at 17, and then the next day it's down to 14, and you're sweating it, but you're okay. You're okay because you picked this one, right? You picked it. How could you be wrong? And then it goes down to 12 and 11 and 10. Now what do you find yourself doing? You find yourself becoming an investor instead of a trader. See, what happens in the morning is trading. We trade. That's what we do. We trade. I'll trade you for that. You trade me for this. Blah, 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 blah. Hopefully somebody's going to make, somebody's going to lose. But when you get caught that deep into a trade, you become an investor. You become an owner. Now, what are you doing? Now, I know exactly what you're doing. You're Googling every little bit of news you can find on this stock that lost $8-9 on you. You're looking for anything, any little glimmer of hope. Oh, they're coming out with an earnings report in a month. Maybe that'll be good. Oh, they're going to court for something. Maybe that'll be good. And you're reading analyst stuff, and you're looking at fundamentals, and you're spending a lot of time doing all of that stuff. But you're not, you don't. If you're doing this, you don't want to be an owner of a company. You don't want to be an investor. You want to be a trader. And the way to almost guarantee you're going to be a good trader is to have a legitimate trading plan. Understand the market, understand the charts, understand the technical analysis, and do your homework. Do your research on the stock before you buy into it. And you don't have to do ridiculous amounts of research. But you need to research your technical indicators, and and a couple other things that go along with it. Like news and things like that. Of course, you want to know if they're doing a public offering or they're doing a buyback or things like that. Those two things can switch a stock dramatically in one day. So you want to do stuff like that, and you want to follow your plan. Follow your plan logically, technically, to the number. Just because you want to get $3,000 for a jet ski doesn't mean that you're going to be able to, convince the stock that you're in to make you $3,000. It's going to give you what it's going to give you, and you have to know what those limits are. It's that simple. You got to know what the limits are. There's never been a person alive, unless they cheated and then usually ended up going to jail, but unless they cheated to, make the market give you what you want it to give you. There's nobody alive who can do that. Period. It's a monster. The market's a monster. You're never going to tame it. The best you can do is get out of its way so it doesn't stomp you and flatten you. All right? And the way you can do that is by being smart. Being very smart. You have to be logical. You have to do your technical analysis on each stock before you jump in. There's a lot of people always just go and, oh, look at, ABD, ABC, and look at XYZ. It's going, it's shooting up, it's going to the moon. I heard it's going to do this. I heard. Everybody's heard something. Stop it. Heard this, heard that. This doesn't look good on this PCB right now. But it might be getting back to that 210 number. But everybody's heard something. That doesn't do you any good. It really, truly doesn't. Because by the time you've heard what that person heard from somebody who heard it and somebody else who heard it and somebody else who heard it and somebody else, the thrill is gone. It's over. All the water's wrung out of the sponge. That's it. By the time you get in, it's going the other way. The stock's going the other way. So, and it's really easy to do that. Like you could go on, like a little while ago, I was looking at stock TAT. I could have went on and said, because it was like 8 green candles in a row. I could have said, hey, I heard TAT's are going to be a really big hit today, and then it goes out to this person, that person, this person, that person, this person, and by the time it got there, the stock turns around and starts going red, so, and a lot of that stuff too, you got to be careful because it's a lot of pump and dump hype too, like there's places that text or email out to hundreds of thousands of subscribers, like, hey, everybody, look at, whatever, LMNOP, it's, we checked this and checked that and checked this, and it's going to be the next Amazon, or the next Google or the next whatever, and they pump that out to so many people, and then people just go and they all jump in, and you know what happens there? Pump and dump. So everybody loses money. Everybody loses money except the couple. The guys sending us text messages and emails out, they don't lose any money. They don't. They absolutely do not lose any money. That's why you got to be really careful with the low, really low price. I mean, I'll trade stocks, down to $1, but I don't like it. But sometimes if a setup is that good, I get in, get out, I'm happy. But $2 and up, $2 and up is where I like to go. I don't like to go up too high because generally they're very slow moving. But I'm really happy in that like $2 to $6 range. There's a lot of opportunities there. Not in the last few days, but there are a lot of opportunities there. So anything anybody's watching, any stock anyone's watching, anybody? Anyone? Anybody? Somebody? Nobody? Gotta check a few things here. Huh, that's weird. Very strange. For some reason, one of my tweets did not tweet. That's really strange. Huh. Alrighty, let's Just had to check some stuff here. Because, like I said, normally I'm doing this till somewhere around 10:30, 10:45 to about 11:30 every day. But today has to be an early wrap up. Got no choice. So let's see here. Yeah, this is a tight range. See what I was talking about before. The range starts to get smaller and smaller as the day goes on. So, you know, here you're shrinking down. You're let's get out of that. Boom. Okay, this area here, we'll keep an eye on that. Right here, right where this number is, right here around 215, 216. Keep an eye on that. Possibility of a pop here. This stock has severely decreased volume, but if we can get a volume surge off of it, we can do it might do okay. See, significant volume drop, which, lo and behold, followed with right along with the price drop. As you can see, both lines are very, very similar. But now we're switching to a minor uptrend. So let's see what happens. Oh, but I only got like 4 more minutes to see what happens, and then I got to be out of here. And I apologize for that, but I'm here every day, so if I got one where I got to go, I got one where I got to go. I got no choice. If I don't, I can't keep bringing these streams to you. What's that? Not much. No, no, I'm just in the middle of doing a streamcast. Streamcast on YouTube. Yeah, you know what I'll do? I'm going to take Maggie. I'm going to leave here at 10:30 to go to the vet. So when I'm driving to the vet, I'll call you. Okay. Okay. Bye. So yeah, it never accumulated the volume to give a surge unfortunately. Yeah, never accumulated the volume right here. So, that's it. It's still on its way down. That in turn moves this to a horrible looking line. Yeah, so I call that one a day, I think. Our other one, ENOB. This thing tipped hardcore, as they say. Um, yeah, this was the number we were hoping for a nice jump. I mean, if you got in the pre-market on that number, you could have made a little bit of money. They did hug that line, hug that line. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if this thing flushed down. So wait to see if it triggers, and it never did. And then our other little friend there, what was that one? DG. Where'd it go? There we go. DGLY, still hanging out in that same area. That one's still holding true to it's got to get back to 260 to have room to run up. It just has to. Had a nice little pop in the morning, without a doubt. I'm not arguing that, but it was just too unstable for my liking. So that's why it's called trading logic. So you never got out back to high a day, or in the pre-market, never got there. Never got there. So that is never a good sign. Although you could almost predict, see this line? You could almost predict where it was going to end up, at the peak. Look at that. Look at that. Remarkable. Remarkable. Look at it. Boom. And then boom. That is, if you were trading this stock, that's where you would have wanted to get out, obviously. But that's like a perfect lesson. Matter of fact, you know what? I gotta capture that one because I'm gonna need to use that. That's an excellent one. Save that for the educational videos. All right. But it's remarkable how many of those there are in this world. There really is. It really, truly is remarkable. But anyway, that's a wrap for me. I'm already a couple minutes past where I was supposed to be. I really, truly want to thank everybody for listening to our live stream. I hope you made some money today. It was a tough day. Tough day to make money. We just really have a flat market right now. Today, it's flat. So, it is what it is. the SPY is not even plus 1%. It's like plus 0.9%. So, it's just flat. Just been flat all day. SPY's been in a range all day from 320 to like 321, basically. Little peaks here and there, but it's just floating in a range all day. So until that moves, the opportunities are going to be kind of short. But it is what it is, and such is life. But we are going to wrap it up, and hopefully we have a little more excitement tomorrow. That would be awesome. Very awesome. And, we'll see you back here tomorrow. And I hope you made some money today. And happy trading. If you have any thoughts or ideas, you're more than happy to throw them up on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. You can follow us on any one of those places there. And also we do the live stream every morning. So you're more than welcome to put your input in. All right? Everybody have a great day. Bye-bye.